Jimmy High Roller made a video called I waited 133 days for this. I don't know what that means. I never know what these Jimmy titles means. But let's go ahead and watch this shit, man.
Whenever a new NBA season starts, do you ever think to yourself, what was I doing without basketball on every day? I do. LeBron is still a freak of nature. Steph is still the best shooter in the world. Nikola, this is my side hobby, Jokic continues to make the NBA look like a developmental league, and Victor Wembanyama is as good as advertised. The NBA is back, and it's better than ever.
Yo, Vic is like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 38 and 10 in your 5th game in the league is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Going into a game with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and they're not scrub part of their career and you look like the best player is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Also, I'm definitely warming up even more to the Spurs at the very least being a play-in team, dog. And I thought they were going to be one of the ass teams in the league. This is the year where they tank for that next star to pair along with Vic. But nah, it looks like Vic is their guy. Devin Vassell is the new Tony Parker. Keldon Johnson is the new Manu Ginobili. They got Jeremy Sochan on there. They got some pieces. They got some pieces, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Today's video is sponsored by King and 100 already. Max roll, kick off your high roller instantly. With 1 week of NBA games in the books, would it be too early for me to jump to some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from making some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? No, of course not. So here is everything that happened in week 1 of the NBA in about 10 minutes. Breaking news, LeBron James is still really good at basketball. The Lakers look mediocre, but LeBron in his 40th season at the ripe age of 62 is still chugging along, averaging 22, 9, and 7 a game on 62% shooting, while playing the least amount of minutes per game and having the lowest usage of his entire career. In fact, the highest single game score from a player in their 21st season in NBA history is 17.2 by Dirk Nowitzki in 2019.
And then
until LeBron James surpassed that mark, which he has already done 3 times this season. Unfortunately, him and AD are being anchored down by teammates who couldn't make a shot even if you paid him $50 million. Unless this is some sort of Mandela effect.
Nareno says, can't wait for Wemby to win one just to see Sol say he won the Spurs their first non-filler ring.
I can't remember correctly. Gabe Vincent just eviscerated the Celtics in last year's playoffs. What happened? In other news, this season...
I need to double check that too. Because Gabe Vincent was cool, but I don't even think he was cooking the Celtics like that. Gabe Vincent, this series... Okay, yeah, he was cooking us like that. Okay, never mind. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Ah! Caleb Martin. Ah! God. Fuck you, Caleb Martin. God. Jimmy didn't even play well. It was these 2 fucks that were in the whole fucking series for us. And Gabe Vincent. And Duncan Robinson. God, these 3 right here. God. You know this guy. Let me not get started. On that, dog.
The NBA rolled out a new set of load management rules and violations in hopes that it would deter teams from resting star.
I love seeing souls in pain. Hashtag Heat Nation. I want to be hashtagging Heat Nation right now. Y'all look ass.
Players. It has not. James Harden still holds the crown as the NBA's biggest diva as he continued to play mind games with the 76ers until they traded him to the Clippers for pennies on the dollar. The 3rd time he has done this in 4 seasons, proving once again that if you're talented enough, you can get away with whatever you want, which is really cool since I drafted Harden way too early in fantasy this year. Why I chose to do this? Because I'm an idiot. But opposite of drama and dysfunction is Mr. Reliable Nikola Jokic, who is firmly, without a shadow of a doubt, the best player in the world. For the last few years, it's been pretty neck and neck between him and Giannis, but right now, there's no debate here. Jokic is the best player on the face of the planet. Through 4 games, the man is averaging 26, 12, and 9 on 69 true shooting percentage.
And this is what I'm talking about, man. Jokic is gonna be a finalist for MVP again. Deadass. Like, Jokic and Giannis are cheat codes for the MVP award, bro. They're on teams that are insanely talented, that are gonna be, you know what I'm saying, top 4 records in their conference. And Jokic is just a walking 25, 12, and 9, like at the very least. You know what I mean? So when this is who you, and on insane efficiency. So when this is who you are, and when you bring up a motherfucker like Jason Tatum having a great year so far, listen, I understand. Like, let's just say the season ended today. Like, Jason Tatum putting up 30, like 20, what is it, 28, 8, and 5 just does not stack up to 26 and a half, 12, and 8 and a half on this efficiency. It just doesn't, you know? So
another mind-boggling stat line from the Joker. And then when you see how suspiciously easy it is for him to dominate and win games, and it's kind of infuriating. How is he so good? How is he so smart? Why is he making every shot? He's moving at half speed. The Nuggets are legit. They're winning games by an average of nearly 15 points right now. Good luck to the rest of the league.
They lost to
the ball continues to be about as easy as it's ever been.
They lost to the Timberwolves.
In just the first week of the season, there have already been 6 40-point games. It also took all but 4 days for someone to drop a 50-piece. Luka nearly had a 50-piece, but instead settled for 49, 10, and 7, which brings his season average to 40 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists per game.
Oh my God.
Just a totally normal and not completely outrageous stat line or anything.
Big Luka.
Damian Lillard made quite the first impression in his first game with the Bucks, scoring 39 points, going Dame time on the 76ers in the 4th, and already breaking franchise records. And then followed it up with this stud in the very next game. Don't worry, Bucks fans. I lived with this for a decade. You'll be fine. Staying in the East,
is he a Blazers
fan? Still
fan?
have some wrinkles to iron out, but their offseason moves seem to be paying off as Kristaps Porzingis became the first Celtics center to score 30 points in a regular season game since Kelly Olynyk did it.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen. Fuck that MVP shit. Jason Tatum moving different. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, the game, it looks like it is slowed down for Jason Tatum. And motherfuckers know what I'm talking about if they really watch ball for real. There's a difference with the way LeBron was playing in 2010, 2011, and then 2012 and 2013. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between how Kobe was playing in 06 and in 08. There's a difference between how Curry was playing in 2016 and like 2022. Yo, Jason Tatum is taking his fucking time. Jason Tatum is getting to his spots. Also with this team, the floor is opened up to him. Defense does not know what the fuck to do. He's playing off the ball more. He's cutting more. He's playing in the mid-range more, which I believe is more so his game than anything. Yo. Tatum looking nice!
Nearly a decade ago, in 2014. A fact that is equally as crazy as it is depressing. Ben Simmons is back on the court and doing stuff like this.
Shout out Ben Simmons, man.
Truly remarkable because how he can sling passes with pinpoint accuracy from 60 feet out, but can't seem to knock down a simple jump shot is baffling. You'd think the two abilities would be correlated in some way, but in the case of Ben Simmons, they are not. Now, one of the more exciting developments so far this season has been this year's rookie class, which so far is showing signs of being pretty good, with a few outliers. Wembanyama looks amazing, as expected, and quite frankly, even if he didn't look amazing, I wouldn't be surprised if the rookie of the
Shout out to Brandon Miller, dude. He was getting a lot of hate going into that draft, man. Why didn't we draft Scoot? Brandon Miller was never that bad of a pick to me, to be honest with you. I didn't want to say it during that time because a certain someone was hyping up Scoot Henderson so much, and now was talking about we shouldn't set expectations on these players. But yeah, I always thought the gap between Scoot and Brandon Miller was not that big. And with the fact that the Hornets already have a point guard, you might as well fill that, that need, that, draft for fit. But
the year trophy already had his name etched into it. Brandon Miller is already a difference maker for the Hornets. And the 12th overall pick, Derek Lively, will go on 2-minute spurts of playing like a young, cracked out Blake Griffin. Meanwhile, Scoot Henderson is, he's doing just fine. I'm sure with some more reps, he'll be well on his way to hitting that all-NBA level potential.
Not seriously, way too early to give up on Scoot. Not even just for this season, just period, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Give him some time. By year 3, that's when I'm gonna call it. That's when I'm gonna make some judgments. You know what I'm saying? For Scoot, I know he's playing like ass so far. But yeah, I'm gonna give him 3 years. I'm gonna give him 3 years. I feel like Scoot is gonna pick it up even this season. I have confidence in him. I'm lowering my expectations for him. But
just remember, it's early in the season. If your team is bad, just tell everyone to give it some time. The season just started. If your team is doing good, tell everyone you were right all along. Now here are the power rankings after week 1 and the change in rankings from the preseason. The Denver Nuggets were on top, and they're still on top. Milwaukee slipped. 76ers climbed up a few spots as Maxey fills the Harden gap. Kings jumped 5 spots. Pelicans jumped 7 spots thanks to Zion Williamson actually playing basketball. Mavericks jumped 6 spots. They look better than I think most people thought they were going to up to this point. OKC and the
Luka looks better. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. That Mavs team is still bad to me, but Luka is just doing wonderful things to that team. You know what I'm saying? Suns gotta drop. Suns gotta drop like crazy. I'm sorry, bro. You losing to Vic and the Spurs twice, back-to-back games, bruh. That can't happen.
Pacers see massive jumps. Knicks plummet. The Heat
and they were very close to getting blown out the fucking building too.
Plummet, but I'm sure they'll find another fringe swingman ready to shoot lights out and bounce your favorite team out of contention in horrific fashion come the playoffs. Pistons fell 8 spots because having them at 13 in the preseason was psychotic to begin with. The Grizzlies fall 13
I think this is based off of like ESPN
as
or some
half
shit.
their roster has already missed playing time. Hornets are ass. Spurs have Wemby, so this is actually a typo. They should be the #1 team. Rockets are ass, and my Blazers are ass. It's funny because I thought the situation in Portland couldn't get any worse. And yet, 1 week into the season, and it's somehow even worse. And finally, here are our criminally early NBA season awards, which I really shouldn't do. But it's my
You really
channel,
shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
No one can stop me. Just off of first impressions from this season, these are the all-NBA teams so far. First team is Curry, Luka, Tatum, Durant, and Jokic. Second team is Fox, Maxey, PG, Giannis, and Embiid. And third team is Cam Thomas, Shea, LeBron,
Thomas,
Marketing, and AD.
That's
and
funny.
Sure, there's 1 or 2 outliers here. Not gonna name any names. But overall, it's interesting how the best players in the league are always good all the time. 1 week into the season, and for the most part, with some fluctuations here and there, these teams probably aren't too far off from what we'll end up seeing at the end of the season. The most valuable player right now is Nikola Jokic. Now, Rookie of the Year is a tough one, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Wemby. The scoring leader is Luka Doncic with a modest 40 points per game. Now, some fans might think up to this point most improved player belongs to Cam Thomas, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to Tyrese Maxey. Defensive Player of the Year would go to Alex Caruso, who continues to somehow be a defensive anchor for the Bulls, despite being a 6'4" perimeter player. The best team through week 1 is...
Maybe I don't know ball, but is Alex Caruso like that, dog? Because I seen that top 50 defenders in the league. And them motherfuckers at Alex Caruso at 2. Like, jeez. What the fuck?
easily the Nuggets. The buzz around this team was very quiet all offseason. People were talking about the Suns, the Celtics, and the Bucks, but quietly reloading were the Denver Nuggets, who just have a cohesive, complete basketball team led by the best player in the world. And that was everything that happened in week 1 of the NBA season in about 10 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
Yeah, man, shout out to Jimmy.